morning, run junkies, and so begins another week. It is Monday morning, July 29th, and about 7:30 a.m. My son has been at his dad's all weekend long, which is great. He's on his way back shortly, and then he has his favorite camp all summer. It's called Avid for Adventure, and this is a really fun camp, but it's exhausting for him, which is good. They do a different outdoor sport each of the 5 days. So today is canoeing, and then they have kayaking and stand-up paddleboarding and hiking and mountain biking. Those are the 5 sports. It is a lot. He loves this camp. He's really looking forward to it. But as I sit here foam rolling my calves before I get on the bike today, let me tell you what is coming up this week. I have a bike today, a run tomorrow, a swim Wednesday. I currently have a rest day planned for Thursday. I have a brick workout, a bike to run brick, another swim, an easy run, and then I think another optional swim if I'm feeling up for it. You know, sometimes you just have to declare victory by getting mascara on. Okay, that's kind of how I'm feeling about today. 12:15, I am headed to my hair appointment. Long overdue. New hair, a little darker than before, but also there's that. I love my hairstylist. And actually I trust her, and I am so open-minded about my hair that she could really do pretty much anything. So yeah. Little darker than last time. The blonde's a little blonder, and I really love it. The reason it looks like this is that we forgot what we did last time. So this is how it looks different. It's awesome. All right, it is really hot in the car, and my son is coming home from camp, so I need to head home. Check in with you later. Do you like it? What do you think? Do you like it? I've already had a very full day. That's okay though. Let's see. I did go running, and I actually had a really good run. This was a test run. Okay, so I did this run a few weeks ago in a thunderstorm, right? Do you remember that? So this one, same deal. I tried to run the same route. 5 minute zone 1, 3 minute zone 2, 2 minute zone 3, 5 minute zone 1. Okay, so a nice progressive warm up and then drop back down. And then a 3K time trial. This was basically, you know, how hard can I go for 3 kilometers? The last benchmark averaged a 9:40 pace, which is pretty good. I mean, really, that's like a 5K pace for me. That's probably close to my 5K pace. So a 9:40 pace. This time around, it came in around 9:28. So that's really good. I took Miko the Wonder Mutt, and he loves it when I go fast like that. He loves it. By the way, my dog has been freaking out. Like a fly will get in the house and he can't handle it. He cannot handle it. He hears it, and every once in a while he sees it, but he does this like stamping dance that he cannot function. He hides from the flies. Okay, so I did work out. I did 15 minutes of upper body on the TRX. I am trying to get back into the TRX. I'm feeling somehow inspired by a lot of the swim bike run I've been doing. And I feel like as I transition from triathlon into goofy challenge training, I wanna make sure that I'm still strong total body. So I am gonna try to add in some more TRX. I've quit Orange Theory because it's too much. It's too much of a good thing. The strength training I'm gonna do is targeted, and it doesn't have to be long. It just has to work. So the workout I did today was 15 minutes of upper body, you know, do 15 minutes of core, 5 minutes of doing resistance bands up and down the floor after a run. Those are the kinds of things that I think about when I think of cross training. But it is now almost 3 o'clock. I just got off the podcast recording with Jen and Gerald, and like an idiot, this one right here This one forgot to hit record and we were talking for 45 minutes before, before we realized it. Yay! So that's fine, it's fine. All right, so one of the things I've been meaning to do for a while is go back into my nutritionist's notes and kind of reevaluate what I need to be doing versus what I've been doing. It's a process that is challenging for me. I do the morning pretty much right. I am really good about my smoothie and what I put in it. After that, it doesn't really go all that well. I'm not very good at eating lunch, for example. I'm terrible at it. I almost never eat lunch. Having something, a protein source mid-afternoon to kind of keep the big cravings away, because I will just go into the pantry and start snacking. Dinners were usually pretty good, but we could do better. And I know if I can refine the nutrition piece of this, I will probably do much better, not just in my running, but in my day-to-day life. And I know that. Have I done anything about it? Not really. So that's what I'm doing right now, because when school starts, when I get into goofy training, I want to not just reevaluate, but regenerate the effort that I'd been putting in when I had a nutritionist. So we'll see what we can do. But tonight, ironically, we're ordering a pizza. So I've been talking about doing it for weeks and I haven't actually done it yet. We have a paddleboard, and today my son is doing paddleboarding for his camp out at Aurora Reservoir. I did promise him and he really wants me to go. So I need to do some strength training before I load up the paddleboard and get out there. Here we are at Aurora Reservoir. As I was driving in, I realized a couple of things about this place that I tend to forget, but this is a really special place for me because I did my first triathlon here, right here. Okay, this was the swim course right here. I did my first 8-miler. At the time, that was my longest run. And when was that? That must have been like 2010, 2011 maybe. And then I also did my first double-digit miler out here. There is a path that goes all the way around the lake, or around the reservoir, and I did my first 10-miler here. So this is kind of a special place for me. A lot of firsts out here. That's a workout, but it's on. And I forgot my heart rate monitor. No! 800 meters, 17 minutes in the water is enough. Now, I'm gonna go paddleboarding. I'm not ready to take the wetsuit off yet, just because it's such a hassle to get it on. finally got out on the paddleboard. I actually logged 3 workouts today, because I did my strength training. That was kind of the bare minimum I wanted to do. I wanted to do my TRX, and then I did get out, because I got out to Aurora, I did an open water swim, which felt pretty good. I mean, it was. Then I went out on the paddleboard, and what I'm really excited about is that this watch right here will record a paddleboard activity. It records your heart rate and the number of strokes you take as you're paddling. So I'm like, this is really cool. So 3 activities today. Good morning, Run Junkies. Not quite 6 o'clock. I am getting ready to head up to Boulder this morning for a brick workout. I have a 20-minute warm-up on the bike, and then I'm doing a 20K, so 12 miles or so. I'm gonna do the route a little differently than I've done recently. I'm just gonna do an out and back, but then I get directly off the bike onto the run, and I do a 3K run. So yeah, see that? I don't know if you can see it. I had to write my workout on my arm. I'm gonna load up the car, bike's already in the car, grab the rest of my stuff and get out of here and get this workout done. Okay, so I'm halfway here to Boulder when I realize I forgot my water bottle. I had tailwind in the fridge. I do this all the time, and I'm so upset with myself. The only fluid I have with me is this stuff right here. I made a thing of Noon, but I don't have a bottle that will fit in my bike cage. I hate it when I do that, and I knew I would. Like, I thought to myself yesterday, you know, I better take my tailwind out. I should just put it in my bag right now. I'm like, no, I can bring it. I'll remember. I should write myself a note. Never wrote myself a note. Didn't remember it this morning. At any point, if I'm starting to feel like dehydrated or if I'm starting to feel woozy, I turn it like right away. And I'm not gonna push through. It's not hot. In fact, it's about 60 degrees right now. It was actually overcast this morning as I was driving up, but the sun came up and burned all of that off. I hate it when I do this. And I forgot sunscreen. Okay, due to the fact that I screwed up in multiple ways on this particular workout, I can say I got it done. There is a silver lining here, but I'll get to that in a second. So I forgot my tailwind. I had no hydration on the bike, and I didn't bring a handheld or anything like that, so I didn't have any hydration on the run. I forgot my sunscreen. So I improvised and I wore my jacket on the ride, which helped a little bit. It is far warmer and more humid. I would say it's downright juicy today. It was rough out there. It's just hot and humid and uncomfortable. So I did get to a point, like I said earlier, I did get to a point where I'm like, you know what? If I'm starting to feel lightheaded, I turn it and I go back to the car. That's it, done. And I did that. I didn't quite make it to the 3K mark, and I turned around and I just walked back. The silver lining in this, 2 weeks out from race day. Yeah, 2 weeks out from race day is about when I expect to have a workout like this. And I want, in hindsight, in all of my years of doing races like this, in hindsight, I actually want a workout like this that just completely sucks from start to finish, because I get that out of the way. It doesn't happen on race day. More often than not, it doesn't happen on race day. I was really anxious on the bike the whole time, so I think that just, you know, because I forgot my sunscreen and I forgot my hydration, I think I just started out nervous, and I think that just set me up for a challenging day. I'm gonna drink my noon, and I'm gonna go home and have fun with my foam roller for the rest of the day. Okay, Saturday morning, we are crazy busy today. We have to go down to our local swim shop. There's actually a full-blown swim store in the area. We have to go there because my son can't find any of his competitive suits. I think we tossed them all. And then I need a new competitive suit, a new training suit. So we're gonna go do that. Kind of excited about it. We haven't been down there in a while, so lots to do today. Right?
What?
Lots to do today.
Yeah.
I got myself a new swimsuit. This is, the red one is starting to show a little bit of wear, as it should because it's several years old. So this is my new swimsuit. I also got myself a new swim cap, a silicone swim cap. The nice thing about the silicone ones is that they don't deteriorate as quickly as the latex ones do. The latex caps will kind of melt and just kind of stick together and then deteriorate over time. But this is my silicone swim cap. I'm actually really excited about this. I lost one along the way, but it also matches my swimsuit, so there's that. I also got a pair of new goggles here. These are Hydro Specs, and these are the ones that I like. I like a goggle that actually fits around my eye a little bit better. So yeah, those are the new goggles, and they're very blue. New stuff, because when I get into Goofy Challenge training, I am going to try to swim once a week or so, maybe once every couple weeks, just to do something different, to cross train, to mix it up a little bit. So I wanted new gear all the way around. Okay, you guys, I think I'm gonna close it out for the week. For me, I have 2 weeks left of training before Outdoor Divas. One more hard week, and then I taper. To be perfectly frank, with some of the mistakes that I made and the stress that I'm feeling and just the overwhelm, I'm ready. I feel like I'm ready for this to be done. Mentally, I think I'm as ready for race day as I'm gonna be physically as well. There's not much more for me to do without the training plan just being longer. So, and at this point, I don't want it to be longer. I'm ready to get back to running. I'm ready to get back to Goofy training. The knee is feeling better. I definitely still have some issues in my hips that are always going to be there. That, I mean, it started when I became a mom, and it's never really gonna go away, I don't think. So it's something I'm always gonna have to fight with, but keep an eye on. So I'm feeling healthy. I'm feeling ready to get back to running, back to, and you know, get into Goofy Challenge training. So like I said, one more hard week where there's a lot of tough stuff in here in the next 7 days, and then 7 days after that I have a taper week. Things get a lot easier, and I go into the race. The day after the race, school starts. So it's like the last 2 weeks of this training period are gonna go fast. We're in fast moving water here now. So, like I said, I think I'm just ready for it to be done. Making mistakes like I made on Friday, I mean, those are the kinds of things that just tell me I'm burned out. I need to do something different. I need to change it up. And it's time. It's time for me to do the race and get it over with. So that said, I'm going to close out this week. So what do you think? My question for you today is, have you ever done that? Done something just ridiculous because you're just burned out on the training plan, or you're not thinking clearly, or something else is going on in your life and you make major mistakes like that? Please tell me I'm not the only one. Please leave thoughts, questions, comments, and suggestions in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Coming up this week, we are going to talk about different triathlon distances, and that the sprint distance isn't your only option. There are a lot of other distances out there and a lot of other formats in the umbrella term of multi-sport. So please subscribe, check that out. Also, over on the podcast this week, Jen and I will be talking about training when you have to travel. Is it worth getting it in, or do you skip it? I'm leaving links to the podcast in the description below as well. But guys, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. Go find your awesome, and until next time, happy running.